Greetings, geeks and nerds. I'm Lady Universe and White and Nerdy. And you know, it's been a while since we actually reviewed a manga. The last time that I've done so was that weird Unico adaptation, which, eh, I enjoyed it for what it's worth, but it kind of felt like the story went from good to shit in like a heartbeat. But I think it's time that we go back and honor somebody who we lost not too long ago, but his legacy still continues onward. As yes, we are going to be talking about probably one of the greatest fighting mangas ever put to shame, and that is Dragon Ball Z. Yes, this is a 3-in-1 little like compendium or omnibus, but we're not going to be looking at this entire thing. We're just going to be looking at the first volume of Dragon Ball Z, and then maybe like next year we'll look at the second volume. As I talked about, Akira Toriyama was only 18 years old when he created Dragon Ball. He had no intention and no idea of what he was doing at first. That was until Dragon Ball Z, where he really redefined these characters and really redefined what genre that he wanted to do. And does this manga still hold up all these years later? And is it still one of the greatest greatest fighting manga series ever made? Well, let's dive into Dragon Ball Z Volume 1 and see just what Akira Toriyama had put in his can't speak words can put in his legacy that he kind of messed up the first time around. So let's join the Kakarot, fly and basically beat people up and summon our inner key and see if we can get rid of those dirty, nasty Saiyans. This is so let's dive into Dragon Ball Volume 1 and see if Akira Toriyama's legacy still holds up to this day. I don't think this is the actual cover for the Dragon Ball Volume 1. This is just a 3-in-1, as it says right down there. This has Dragon Ball Z Volume 1, 2, and 3 all right inside of it. But you can see a nice cover with Goku on the front of it. On the back of it, you have Raditz there, and it's basically talking about the different perspective of this. And I bought this quite a long time ago. And then there's Goku on the side holding his staff. So I don't know if this is the actual cover or not, but without further ado, let's jump into this. One peaceful day, 5 years after the events that occurred in Dragon Ball, we see a farmer working on his stuff and this thing, as even Toriyama points out, as in the other Dragon Ball, without the Z comic published by Viz, which told the story of Goku's childhood. Yep, the original Dragon Ball series was produced by Viz, while Dragon Ball Z is owned by Shonen Jump, and with Dragon Ball owned by Shonen Jump now. As a farmer realizes something flying past by, a UFO. He thinks it either could be a UFO or meteorite and drives straight there to see what it is. Much to the farmer's surprise, it's Raditz. Power level only a 5. What a planet. Stay away! I'm warning you! And he decides to shoot him, but he catches the bullet and flips it back at the farmer and killing him. Oh, planet of weaklings. As he picks up something on his scanner, more than likely, and flies after it. As we see Piccolo doing absolutely nothing but standing in the distance, as he senses the great power too, and thinking that it's Son Goku, and then realizing his common mistake that it's not him, but instead Raditz. Raditz challenges Piccolo to a fight because he sees that his power levels are extremely pretty high, but Piccolo is nervous since he is not as strong as he used to be, taking a blast at him, and Raditz just stands right there on the vent, basically unfazed by it. A fine display of dust, if that was such your intention, and Piccolo's face looks like this. That's meme-worthy right there. Is it my turn? May I show you some real power now? And of course, his scanner picks up something else, and he flies off with it, Piccolo being pissed off that he took off from him.
I'm not finished with you! Damn!
As this is where Raditz was flying over to, as Goku had a son that nobody really had seen coming, as he named his son Son Goku. Son Goku? Yeah, your late grandfather's name? Yep, but we had no idea. I mean, you, Son Goku, was a child. I'm pretty sure nobody expected anyone to breed with Goku, but that's just here. As basically little Gohan is meeting with everybody, and everybody seems to be pretty nice to him until all of a sudden, Goku realizes that something is wrong too, and that he can sense Raditz. More power, something super powerful. But what? What could it possibly be? And it flies in, and that is Raditz. Also, don't question why the manga went from black and white to color. I don't know either. As he ends up meeting with Raditz, aka his brother. My, all grown up are we? Still, I'd not know you anywhere, Kakarot. You look just like your father. Huh? What? What was he talking about? As he's going on, and he decides to basically go. As Krillin decides to go and talk to him, Krillin getting Best slap around and basically thrown into it, which of course it made Goku upset. When Goku notices the tail, he suddenly realizes that maybe Raditz is telling the truth. So he decides to try to fight him because Raditz wants to kidnap his son, because his son seems to be stronger. This is because you and we are the same. No, you are no Earthling. You are a Saiyan warrior, a member of the most powerful race in the universe. And Goku's reaction is just, well, okay. But as Raditz keeps talking, he keeps believing him that yes, he's a part of the Saiyan race that's supposed to exterminate human beings. But Goku is not impressed. I'm Son Goku now. Get the heck off my planet. Raditz's reaction is to just monologue some more, like he just doesn't care, and then properly beat the crap out of Goku by kicking him and then having Goku flop around on the ground like if he were a fish. And then, of course, Raditz kidnaps Gohan and takes him away while the others do absolutely nothing.
No one is stupid enough to believe that.
As longtime nemesis, Piccolo and Goku decide to team up together to take down Raditz. Raditz thinking that this is a bad idea for the two of them, but Goku and Piccolo are hesitant and otherwise that they can roughly defeat Raditz themselves, as everybody gets prepared for a fight to go on. And what an epic fight it is. I mean, holy crap, words cannot describe how much fighting that goes on, but yeah, there is just so much fighting going on, but Raditz still overpowers the both of them, even to the point where Piccolo tried to use his special beam cannon upon him, and it just doesn't work, including a key blast from Goku. He would think basically would stop him, but no, not even coming close. As Raditz and the others just keep on continuing battling, especially when Piccolo tries again, like I said, his special beam cannon, and it does nothing, except in the manga, he said, "Meet the light of death," and it's basically this special wave of special beam cannon that we all know and love. Which of course he blasts towards them, but does absolutely nothing because Raditz just stepped away out of the blast, and nobody can believe it. Too bad I used the Scooby-Doo clip already. But anyways, Raditz keeps on continuing down as Goku decides that he'd go grab Raditz by the tail, the weak point of Saiyan, and have Piccolo blast him again. Piccolo is hesitant to blast Goku, especially since their nemesis, Piccolo still looks up to him, but of course Raditz just beats him down and starts stepping on him and starts stepping on the ground. And he just pummeled Goku continuously until he gets a very strong reading, and out pops Son Gohan straight from where he was captured. And of course, Raditz, Piccolo, and Goku are all very confused about how Gohan can do this. And Gohan had no mighty words. He just rises right up and basically wants to properly kick ass. As he stands right there, breathing pretty damn heavily and was crying too. His famous words, "You hurt my daddy!" Oh yeah, not even kidding. Gohan just rams right into Raditz, and he had no idea how he's capable of doing it. He eventually does beat the child down, for whatever that's worth, as Goku basically grabs him out of the confusion of his son doing that. But of course, unfortunately, Piccolo had to keep building his special beam cannon because he, missed earlier. So of course, Goku had to basically get in the way of it. And Piccolo tells him, So sorry to keep you waiting. Prepare yourself. Do it! And of course, he emits the cannon, but it rips right through both Raditz and Goku, which of course means it's basically effective, killing off the both of them, as Raditz is basically upset that he had just been killed and Goku made a worthy sacrifice. How ridiculous! That's the greatest of Raditz should end in the dust of the stupid little world. And then, of course, Piccolo gets the final words, of course, laughing at him and basically mocking his pain. But, of course, and unfortunately, yeah, Goku is dying. Meanwhile, in deep space, where we actually cut across to two familiar, basically Super Saiyans, Nappa and Prince Vegeta. He deserved it. Killed by power levels barely over 1,000. We can leave this planet for later. The Dragon Ball sound intriguing. Make any wish come true. Let's go. To bring Raditz back to life? Get real. We're better off without him. No, Nappa. We are not going to wish Raditz back to life, you stupid son of a bitch. We are going to wish that hentai women can be realistic. Just imagine what you could do to those giant Jigglypuffs. To all the Jigglypuffs in the world, here I come. And the both of them decide that the best thing to do is to go to Earth to see who was the one that killed Raditz, and which one that they can take down. And of course our manga ends with Goku dying. Yes, that's right. Within the first pages of Dragon Ball Z, Goku does die. Which of course he does so, but he does so as a warrior would. Especially Piccolo pointed out. I sense that curse cometh from his hands in this. Huh? Who else could do such a thing? He must have plans for Goku again. Queer ones, no doubt. He's of course talking and referring to a great master that Goku trained with in the original Dragon Ball, just for people that don't know. Now then, time for a long sleep. I can't wait to wake up! And of course our manga ends on Dead Goku. And so that was the first volume of Dragon Ball, and it's... the first volume of Dragon Ball is very iconic, but if you really stop and look into it, there was more character dialogue and talking continuously, so it really does kind of come off as like, when is the story going to continue? When are we going to get to fighting? Are they going to fight at some point? It just becomes a constant question of, could the manga move any faster in a sense? But the action that we do get is very good, including the introduction of Raditz and also the introduction of Nappa and Vegeta, who we will see in the later volumes. And of course, I have to say that the later volumes do actually get better. But for the first volume, it was in the middle okay. But I know that you guys probably have been waiting for me to do a Dragon Ball Z review for quite a while since I've reviewed the first 2 volumes of Dragon Ball. But yeah, we will get back to this at some point. I can already hear people in the comments down below screaming, "Do another Dragon Ball review!" It's like it's too soon, and I have other things that I really need to get to. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm a Lazy Universe. I'm nerdy. Keep it on. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified every single time I make an upload, and join my Twitter with the link in the description down below. And I'd like to ask you, who is your favorite Dragon Ball Z character? You can be sure to let me know down in the comments down below, as mine is a little bit more obscure than probably that you think. I like Future Trunks the best. That's just me. And second favorite is probably Great Saiyaman. I know that's Gohan, but come on, man. But I do like the Great Saiyaman. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in your voice. I want nerdy. Keep it on. And until next time, guys, and as always, take care and keep it on.